Fuck that bitch.
But the reality of human nature is that men and women are not equal. We live in a very feminine-driven world. Everything that is taught to us in school, to the media companies portraying a version of reality. Men are stronger than women. Another thing that happened is one of my female friends felt trapped in the bathroom with him, and she was uncomfortable as he wouldn't let her leave. This is cancel culture at its peak.
In this video, I would like to unpack and discuss the phenomenon of Andrew Tate and the concept of alpha males. Furthermore, I'm going to be analyzing the parasocial relationship between Andrew Tate and his fanbase. The goal of this video is to give insight into Tate's recent surge in popularity, especially of that with younger men of Generation Z. Going forward, I'm going to be referring to these people as members of the Top G movement. As a sign of good faith, I'm going to leave links to all the following videos in the description. I feel I've done a decent job to still man and play devil's advocate, not only for Tate's political positions, but the positions of his followers. Obviously, this goes without saying, just because I'm going to be critical of people's worldviews and making jokes at their expense, it doesn't give you the right to harass anyone in question. I know going forward throughout this video, I have been very critical of Tate's opinion, and I know I'm going to trigger a lot of people, so I've retroactively written this paragraph as an even more sign of good faith. So this paragraph is dedicated to talking about his admirable characteristics. I think Tate, he's very funny and he's very charismatic. While it is demonstrably untrue that he is a self-proclaimed world champion, he fought in ISCA, which is basically a European regional promotion. He never really fought in something as prestigious as K1 or Glory. It is pretty clear he is very talented in terms of kickboxing. I think a big part of his appeal though is his content and how a lot of younger people can vicariously live through his lifestyle. If you're a person who's found value in Tate's message without buying into the more extremist aspects of his worldview, whether that be in terms of fitness, martial arts, or making money, all I have to say to that is, well, good for you. I hope that I would never want to take that away from you.
The Matrix is afraid. Tristan, they fired their biggest weapon at us. They looked at us and thought they have too much power, too much influence. Let's hit them with the most powerful weapon we have. Let's cancel them. Let's close all their accounts. Let's make them vanish. Let's destroy their influence. That's the biggest bullet they have. Imagine shooting a man with your last bullet, and he stands there, unfazed. Suicide, Kurt Cobain, return 720, but it sound like a plane. When I'm on the road, stay in the lane, begin kill like a shot. Suicide, 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 suicide. Let's do a dive, do a dive, do a dive. No hope, I was broke, did it dirty. No soap, I was gonna write a suicide note, but now I kill and make a suicide note. Bang it out, bang it out. Kill the game, I don't wanna hang about. White chicks, no doubt. Got a money making hoes wanna shout. Got my brother in the gang stepping in the house with me. The ride for me, die for me. Put your fucking hands in the sky. That's me, that's me. T-A-T to the E. Money on my mind every day, every night. Mess with me, you're committed to it.
So this is the part of the video where I discuss the content made by TLB. For the uninitiated, TLB is one of those bargain bid RedPill Tate dick riders. TLB stands for Tight Little Blonde. So that is the intellectual caliber that we're dealing with as of today. Fantastic stuff. I'm going to be using TLB as a case study to show what is emblematic of the average Tate fan. So where to begin? Let's begin with this fantastically named video, Andrew Tate Saved Me. Andrew Tate saved me.
Misogyny comments.
Fuck that bitch.
If by misogyny you mean being a realist. I guess you can call Andrew that. But the reality of human nature is that men and women are not equal. Here's the thing, right? Andrew has had many experiences with women during his life, and he be pimping hoes. What does that mean? He's had experience with dealing with feminine nature and the energy of women. Therefore, he understands how a woman's mind works. This is what I really struggled with in my life. I did not know how women work. I did not understand that there is a masculine and feminine role that is to be played in a connection between a man and a woman. Women are beautiful, emotional creatures. They are caregivers and bring life to the universe. Men are there to provide and protect their family and tribe. The men and women dynamics are truly beautiful, and I feel that is lost in our generation. Wake up, Gen Z. Don't believe in no Disney fairy tale bullshit. Provide for your women, because men and women need each other, and the connection between us has been on a decline in recent times due to social media and everyone feeling lonelier than ever. Also,
Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to steelman his position here, but it's going to be very hard because these arguments are not very good. To concisely put it, TLB believes that women and men are not equal and have different functions within society. Due to the advent of things like social media, the connection between men and women have been hampered over time. He believes we need to regress to a society where a hierarchy of male dominance over women. He believes that we live in some sort of feminine-driven world. He believes it's a man's duty to dominate women and everyone else in between. The problem I have with these arguments are they are prescriptive arguments, not descriptive arguments. He's not describing innately what men and women truly are, he's prescribing roles and functions to what he wants women and men to be. Furthermore, another problem with TLB is that he's a hungry hypocrite, due to the fact he does not practice what he preaches in terms of his pseudo self-improvement bullshit.
Andrew Tate? Dad, that is my ex. She does not have my best interest at heart. Oh yeah, but what the fuck wrong with you, son? Why are you such the gay-bo? Why? Let's read the messages, shall we? Alright, message from X-Bitch. Hi, I'm sorry to reach out like this, but I'm really concerned about Christian. And so are a lot of his old friends. When Christian and I split, it was obvious he wasn't, I don't know why there's a question mark there, in a good mental state. He would make videos and songs about me and upload them on a public platform, trying to embarrass me in front of all our friends. This didn't bother me too much, as I just ignored a majority of it. But in recently time, it seems... Fix your grammar, bitch. But in recently time, it seems as though he has completely changed as a person, and we are all worried about him. We or you? He has begun watching a content creator called Andrew Tate, who is controversial and very misogynistic. But why do women love him? Tell me. If one of you can tell me why Andrew Tate is misogynist, like, please let me know, because I still don't know the answer. It looks as though Christian has begun following this mindset, saying horrible things such as women should be dominated by men, and if people don't have the same views as him, he will belittle them. Look, you can choose whether to agree with my views or not. I'm here to educate. And yes, as a man, you should dominate women and also other men. That's our duty. I know this because I've practiced it in my own day-to-day life and feel more powerful because of it. He has even gone as far as to make fun of his old friends who have stuck by his side throughout his entire life because we are all worried about him and he disagrees. Oh, listen, if you think that those people were my friends, I got bullied all the time by them and I became weak and fat. I am strong and confident now. And look, it was pretty degenerate of me to do what I did with making a TikTok about a personal issue that got 1,000 views. Let's say this, I'm still a degenerate. I'm still learning. I'm not the most powerful human being. I will always go through life, always listening and learning from people who are above me. But simply, I just don't want you guys to fuck with me because I'm done. I'm so sick and tired of people telling me what to do, because the only times I've succeeded in life was when I followed my gut instincts, and it truly makes me happy as a person. And this bitch doesn't even have my best interest at heart, so this is all public on his YouTube channel for everyone to see. It gets worse. She should write narratives. This is like very intriguing. This is making me emotionally invested. It's true storytelling. On a text message to my parents. Bitch.
So for context, this guy got dumped by his ex-girlfriend. In response to that, he made songs about her, one of them being called "Fuck That Bitch." Soon after, he became a RedPill Tate-tard. Obviously, concerned for his mental health, she reached out to his parents. Obviously, he did the most red-blooded alpha male move and made a YouTube video about the whole situation, leaking her private messages she sent to his father. I don't understand the negative 300 IQ move here from TLB. Why would you make a YouTube video on a situation where you are 300% in the wrong? Bro, you are not being cancelled. People are upset with your actions and they're trying to hold you accountable. I know the entire video is hearsay with him saying one thing and her ex claiming another, but her claims are stronger than his.
Dylan's friend said his 21st had his 21st earlier this year, and there was some drama between Christian and I where I ended up leaving early because he tried arguing with me and made me upset. What? Complete lie? Excuse me? Honest to God. Sign of the cross. Honest to God. There's nothing that happened. Another thing that happened is one of my female friends felt trapped in the bathroom with him, and she was uncomfortable as he wouldn't let her leave. One of his friends saw this and took her away, and eventually it led to an argument with everyone against Christian, telling him to leave and basically having to force him out because he refused after making my friend uncomfortable. This is cancel culture at its peak. It's happening to normal people like me because there is no proof or evidence of any of this happening. It's just people believe in what a female will say. Ever since the things Christian has been saying and preaching doesn't align with his friends' views and opinions, not my friends, I'm gonna keep repeating this until you get it into your head. And from what I know, majority, if not all of his old friends have lost contact with him due to his behavior. Not true. I clap the love.
Locking a woman in a bathroom and not letting her leave is not a bit of banter or cancel culture. TLB can claim that there is no evidence until he can actually substantiate that accusation is false with counter evidence. Any rational person will be taking her side. A claim like that is a bold claim. His ex has so much to lose by making a statement like this. Why would she lie, considering she was the one who made this claim in private and it was TLB who broadcasted it to the entire internet? Maybe it didn't go down exactly like she is describing, but TLB must have done something at this party to warrant this kind of reaction. Until there is more evidence, whether it be testimony from people who were at the party or video footage from the night, I don't see anyone taking a side, considering he started the entire situation with how spiteful he was with his music and his YouTube videos. Fucking pussy. Beta. In TLB's seminal video called Dominate Women and Other Men. I can't take this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice, man, but fucking hell, really? Really? What goes through a man that's fucking to make a YouTube video called Dominate? Okay. Let's be nice, Zach. We promised we were gonna try our best to be nice, okay? Let's just hear him out.
So I know what I'm doing. But guys, as a man, you want to compete, whether it's with strength, whether it's with women, whether it's with money, whether it's with whatever. Just try to be better than everyone. You want to dominate men and women. Maybe I'm just a very competitive person, but this is how God has intended me to live life because it feels amazing.
I love this video because it's emblematic of what is so pathetic about TLB. Yep, never mind. We're just being mean. I love this video because it's emblematic of what is so pathetic about the Top G movement as a whole. TLB is sitting on a balcony with his shitty $2 sunny smoking a stogie, which he probably bought with his allowance from his parents. The cringe is unbearable. He's literally cosplaying his daddy. How can you talk about being on top of your money and maxed out your fucking muscles when you look like fucking this, bro? What the fuck?
Hello men, it's TLB. Pronouns are big penis. If you don't call me by my pronouns, I'll be offended. Because people lose their jobs for not putting their pronouns on emails. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Getting fired from your job because you didn't write he, him in an email. I think that's ridiculous. You got Sam coaching.
Wait, what? Citation needed, buddy. Who are these people getting fired over pronouns, cunt? You can't just say he's just saying nonsense and he's doing nothing to back it up, and then he's claiming everyone else has no evidence. Like, this is absurd. Like, how do you argue against this? Did you know people actually get fired over pronouns? Okay, TLB, who are these people getting fired over pronouns? You know, the people getting fired over pronouns, they, the Jews, they're trying to take me down, man. Okay, dude, whatever you say. Okay, fucking hell.
Hello men, it's TLB. My pronouns are big and penis. Weak men that rely on their emotions are the ones being rapists and pedophiles. And some of these weirdos are at the top. You see what happened with Balenciaga promoting pedophilia? A man who has a certain degree of control of his emotions can use more logical thinking and protect the emotionally vulnerable, which is women who are the caregivers. So men, become physically and mentally strong to be the protector of women. Have you ever talked to someone in the gym who was in shape, who didn't have any hatred or an ego? It's because a man is good enough to release his strong energy into the world. Men are stronger than women. Therefore, men need to be the protector of women because masculinity is a protective force against violence. We live in a very feminine driven world. Everything that is taught to us in school, to the media companies portraying a version of reality through media content. I remember when I was a kid, I would get in trouble in school for doing things such as running, shouting, and things that our gender role are meant to play as, but we are told it is incorrect to follow these roles. So let's look at this chart. This is one I found on Google. We see there is different types of traits that we both have. We have logical.
Mate, you don't have a definitive idea of gender at the age of 21 just because you've been through one breakup. Are you fucking serious, dog?
Is this a mental health crisis for me? Maybe, who knows? But we're here, and I want to save all of you.
Is this a mental health crisis for me? 100%. Absolutely. I don't know you, buddy, but I can 100% with 100% certainty there is a few screws loose in your smooth fucking brain of yours. In the video, The Matrix Attacks, he makes the argument that Andrew Tate is innocent of all his crimes, and the leaked audio from his previous victims were faked through AI. And the evidence to substantiate this bold claim is a rip-off Filthy Frank meme. Fuck's sake. Fantastic TLB, fantastic stuff TLB. I can't believe this fucking loser is doing Filthy Frank memes in 2023. Bro, even Joji gave that shit up, bro. Leave that in fucking 2008, come on.
Now, I gotta be careful of what I say here, because there has been an increase of people getting banned on social media. And no, not just Andrew Tate, Nico is one. Kanye West. This is just a list of people who've been silenced by the social media machine. And whatever, you know, they may have said some controversial things.
Watch my accounts because they've been frozen by the Jewish banks. So I need to watch my mails.
Well, CNN says white people are evil Nazis, so I mean, I disagree with both statements, but I get the pros.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at.
Oh my goodness! Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. Look,
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh man! Well, I have to disagree with that. But listen, we're going to go to break.
The alt-right people, the people who like me. Statistical facts, you know, Jews are on most of the banks. Jews completely dominate the media, vastly disproportionately represented in all of these professions.
Men don't give a fuck.
We're talking about 1325, 1328. These things do happen perfectly consensually. Often, by the way, it's the women who suffer in these, because it's not what normally happens in schools. Very often, is it's an older woman with a younger boy, and the boy is the predator in that situation. The boy is like, let's see if I can fuck the gym teacher, or let's see if I can fuck the hot maths teacher, and he does. The women fall in love with these nubile young men, these athletic young boys in their prime. And end up having their lives destroyed. They end up having to move schools, move the country, whatever. You know, the point about all this stuff is we get hung up on abuse. This is a controversial point of view I accept, but we get hung up on this you know, this sort of child abuse stuff. And to the point where we're you know, heavily policing even relationships between consenting adults, you know, sort of grad students and professors at universities. This arbitrary and oppressive idea of consent, which totally destroys, you know, the understanding that many of us have, the complexities and subtleties and complicated nature of many relationships. You know, people are messy and complex, and actually in the homosexual world particularly, some of those relationships between younger boys and older men, the sort of coming of age relationships, the relationships in which those older men help those young boys to discover who they are and give them security and safety and provide them with love and a reliable and sort of a rock where they can't speak to their parents. Some of those relationships are some of the most
molestation to me. It sounds
well,
like,
you know what?
It sounds like Catholic priest molestation to me.
And you know what? I'm grateful for Father Michael. I wouldn't give nearly such good head if it wasn't for him.
Free my slime top G. There is 0 charges against Tate. Romanian police have no evidence. Why is he detained? Just bring him back to his daughter, man.
Oh, you miss me? Yes. Yeah? Say hi to the camera. Hi. Give me a kiss. Mwah.
And I also can't believe that Weiss used AI to mimic his voice.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. Turn me on.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
Are you saying I'm not the real Andrew Tate, Lil Nigga?
Get the fuck out of here, Tate. Anyway, speaking of...
Fucking hell. Really? And then he does a My Chonny skit as well, because, you know, why even do anything original? Just rip people off and just completely miss the point of their humor. Okay. We're making our way through, boys. Alright, okay. I might die from cringe halfway through, but we're getting our way through. I think a lot of people, especially those who subscribe to reactionary ideology, don't really understand what it truly means to be cancelled. In my opinion, cancellation is a byproduct of capitalism, not liberal or leftist ideology. The way Tate and people of his disposition articulate the concept of cancellation, it sounds like they genuinely believe there is some member of the Jewish elite, the elite ruling class personally out to get them. Do these fuckheads stub their toes and blame the Jews? Corporations are adherent to advertisers, not a secret cabal of leftist Jews, okay? This is fucking day one shit. I can't believe I'm going over this. Like, I can't believe that this is something that is in contention right now. This is common sense. It's okay to have different opinions, but if you display your opinion in a hyperbolic, volatile way, people are going to make a fuss. Corporations will look at that and make an assessment whether or not platforming your content is a sunken cost fallacy or not. If your content breaks terms of service and is toxic to advertisers, platforms such as YouTube and Twitter have the right to ban you. It's as simple as that. Internet platforms are a business. Business exists to make money, okay? That's why places like Rumble position themselves as the places for free speech on that one there, because their terms of service is a little bit more lax than, say, something like YouTube or Twitter. It's not because they genuinely believe in freedom of speech. Businesses exist to make money. If you do things on said platforms that are a hindrance to that goal, you will be removed. I absolutely despise how they present the false narrative about how they are being censored and they take no accountability for their actions. An example of this is Sneeko. Sneeko was cancelled for anti-vaccines, right? Not because being anti-vaccine is necessarily a bad position. There are salient arguments to make against vaccines, all right? I believe many of them myself. The problem is he's a fuckhead. The way he talks about it is insane, okay? He belittles people. He just makes fun of people who get vaccinated, and he fucking says a crazy shit, okay? And then as soon as he gets removed, he has no accountability of what happened, all right?
Started dancing around with a gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Now, the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream, I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said, watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for—
Fucking Sneeko, man. Sneeko, that's a fucking another guy who needs a YouTube video, bro. That guy needs deep ocean, man. That guy, I would fucking kill Sneeko, man. If he ever— I don't think Sneeko's ever gonna watch this, but if ever somehow Sneeko watches this, I would fucking challenge him to an MMA fight any day. I'd fucking take his ass to the deep ocean, brother. I smash your boy, you know? Alhamdulillah. I come here for everyone. Smash your boy. Smash your boy. Smash. Smash. There can only be one top G. Take Hustlers University, for example. From an empirical perspective, Hustlers University is a demonstrable failure. Yes, theoretically anyone can be a top G, but not everyone will be a top G. Statistically speaking, there can only be one top G. That's why it's called a fucking top G. Really think about it. How many millions of people who signed up to Hustle University are really out there making millions of dollars? Take an educated guess. Wealthy people like Tate have a vested interest for you to make capital off your supposed self-improvement. If Hustlers University truly worked, they would release their analytics to show what percentage of people are making that much money. But they don't. The Creativity Kid, the Hustlers University, the new one about the real world or whatever the fuck, they're fucking Ponzi schemes, cunt. They don't fucking work. Look, try to better yourself and try to make money if that's what you want to do. But economists and academics have researched this topic extensively and put this idea to bed. Statistically speaking, whatever economic quartile you are born into, empirically speaking, you are most likely to stay within that said economic quartile. But that's not to say statistical outliers don't exist. You have to be incredibly brilliant or incredibly stupid to be able to change your economic situation. People who go from middle class to billionaires are exceptional people. People who go from middle class to homeless are exceptional brainlets. Exceptional brainlets. Damn, I sound like Tate right now. And unfazed. I'm unfazed with all my bullet shots. I'll fucking cap you in the head, you fucking bitch. I've got anger issues, man. What was I up to? But regardless, once again, the aforementioned is just that, a statistical anomaly. I know this sounds disencouraging here. A quick retort here to strawman my position would say something akin to, well, if that's the case, what's the alternative? Don't even try bettering yourself, economically or socially, and be content with your station in life? Obviously, Tate or a member of the Top G movement wouldn't say it like that. They would probably say something like, well, if your fake news Jewish empirical studies are true, what's the alternative, cuck? We'll die a happy wage slave brokey. Is that what you want? Is that what you want, to be consumed by the Matrix? Yeah, man, I like living in the Matrix. The Matrix is cool. Fuck the real world, dude. Have you seen The Matrix? Have you seen the real world in The Matrix? That shit sucks, man. There's like fucking giant squid robots and shit. I'd rather fucking live in The Matrix than live in the fucking squid world, man. Fuck that shit. That shit's gay, bro. To that I say no one is saying that. I'm just saying be realistic. Not everything in The Matrix is out to get you. Maybe the rules and regulations of The Matrix exist to help you in some aspects. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm just saying maybe think about it. God, I'm so fucking based, dude. Holy fuck.
Spot on the track.
I hear a lot of Tate simps say and make the argument something to the extent of, how can Tate be a misogynist? He's never explicitly said he hates women.
All of Tate's political advocacy, from his perspective, is in the best interest for men and women's happiness. These sorts of arguments make me fucking cringe. Misogyny is not as simple as hating women. If you truly had a prejudice to a group of people, you would never go out and say it explicitly. That would be social suicide. I know for a fact that TLB can relate to this personally. He is more than welcome to correct me here on this. If he is somehow the only one in the history of Australia who has never experienced prejudice on the basis of race, I guess good for him. But I'm assuming at some point in his life he's experienced some sort of bigotry. People who are racist don't go around saying, I hate Asian people. The vast majority of bigots understand that position is unappealing, and from an optics perspective is social suicide, whether it be through ignorance of malice.
Here's how I would approach that issue as a statistician or a political scientist, or no, as a psychologist, which I'm not, is how abstract you handle the race thing. In other words, you start out, and now y'all aren't quoting me on this. You start out in 1954 by saying nigger, nigger, nigger. By 1968, you can't say nigger, that hurts your backfire, so you say stuff like forced busing, states' rights and all that stuff. And you're getting so abstract now, you're talking about cutting taxes and all of these things you're talking about are totally economic things, and the byproduct of them is blacks get hurt worse than white. And subconsciously, maybe that is part of it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that if it is getting that abstract and that coded, that we're doing away with the racial problem one way or the other. You follow me? Because obviously sitting around saying we want to cut taxes, we want to cut this, and we want is much more abstract than even the busing thing, and a hell of a lot more abstract than nigger, you know. So any way you look at it, race is coming on the back burner.
The same thing is applicable to misogyny.
Yeah, I noticed your hair. Looking slick, my man.
And I've also got these guns.
Fuck, man. You're getting big.
TLB, they're coming! The blue-head feminists that don't like Andrew Tate, they're coming!
Get the fuck out of here, Ty. I don't care about your weird sexual fantasies, faggot.
Don't get me wrong, I am shitting on TLB's frankuu ripoff because they are extremely cringe. But hear me out here, there is something a little bit more critical that needs to be discussed here. I don't think TLB really understands what made Frank, and to a lesser extent Johnny, so funny. The joke behind frankuu was the absurdity and shock value in which he made with his edgy jokes. The punchline wasn't the fucked up things he said, the punchline was the absurdity and shock value coming from the fucked up thing he said. Joji, the person, would never verbally abuse a disabled person straight to his face, but the character of Francis of the Filth would do such things. The joke being, imagine if someone was truly this filthy. If you actually listen to Joji talk about his time as frankuu, he outlines the reason for leaving that character behind. Firstly, Joji did not want Frank to be his legacy. Secondly, the line between the fans who enjoyed Frank for the absurdist shock value and the fans who loved Frank for belittling people and saying fucked up things for the sake of it had become lost. It's not a caricature if you genuinely believe the fucked up nonsense your caricature is saying. TLB, when he puts on the Akatsuki cloak, that isn't a character, it's a hyperbolic extension of who he is, because he genuinely believes the fucked up things he's saying. I hate to admit it, every now and again I do put on a Tate video and I do find myself enjoying it. If you take anything away from this video is that you don't need reactionary politics in order to take up things like gym, martial arts, or self-improvement. If you want to get into martial arts to hurt people, you're getting into it for the wrong reasons. The first thing anyone teaches you about martial arts is that the only time martial arts are used outside a competitive arena is in the name of self-defense. I find things like gym and MMA cathartic because it offers an escape to reality. I'm quite an anxious person. For fun, I make political YouTube videos. If you couldn't tell, my YouTube channel is an outlet for me to keep myself preoccupied with the global socio-economic events that is occurring in our fucked up nightmare world. I like going to MMA sparring classes because it makes me feel relaxed and content. I don't have time to think about global politics when a big Brazilian man called Francisco is trying to knock my head into the wall and choke me until my eyes turn red. Real men or affluent men of high status don't subscribe to the red pill ideology. Affluent men of high status have existed long before the red pill ideology, and they will exist long after the red pill ideology is gone. The red pill ideology is not an ideology of success. It does not lead you to success. It rationalizes through poorly constructed arguments why you are not successful. It's an ideology of failure and why you are a failure. Not all people who believe in the red pill are misogynists, but most gropers, fascists, and misogynists subscribe to the red pill ideology. It's foolish to deny otherwise. The big issue with rightoids and red pill tards is that, by and large, they are not successful and are not even trying to be successful. They want to capture the aesthetics of success in the most superficial and materialistic way possible. Fast car, hot babes, muscle. This is a toddler's idea of success. The problem I have with Tate Simps and the Top G movement as a whole is, look at these people. These people are not successful and are not happy. Do you think TLB looks like a happy person? Honestly, they're cosplaying success and happiness in the most vapid, materialistic way. Much like how headache tablets are a temporary fix, so is the red pill. The red pill provides simple answers to complex problems. Why am I poor? It's the global elite, the Jews or the Serbians, whoever gives a fuck. It's them who are out to get me and impoverish me. Why are there so many interpersonal frictions between the genders? Or simplistically, why do women hate me? It's because degenerate Western feminist brainwashing has ruined women and taken them away from their true purpose of child rearing, and we need to dominate them again. The ultimate red pill, or the truth as the red pill is symbolic of, is a little bit more daunting than those answers. Sometimes we don't know the answers, and that is okay. Everything is a learning process. At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, is Tate truly popular for his self-help? Or is the reason he is popular as he is, whether it be explicitly or through cultural osmosis, people actually do agree on some level with his problematic extremist views? An ideology of dominance doesn't work. You are constantly setting yourself up to fail, because there will always be someone stronger and richer that will humble you. This is fundamentally why fascist movements and ideologies fail. You need to be able to take a punch before knowing how to throw a punch. You need to be choked out before you truly understand how to choke someone out. How can you be willing to kill someone else without being willing to die to kill that person? I want to end this video by doing something a bit different. I want to challenge TLB to a debate. No, not a debate. I take that back. I want to challenge TLB to an MMA fight. Okay, before you guys leave, just hear me out for a second. I do have very logical reasons for this one, okay? Number one, because I would win that fight and I would beat the ever-living shit out of him. I will take him down, brother, bring him to the deep ocean. Bro, I would knock the red pill straight out of his brains. I would punch him so hard, he would identify as non-binary once I'm fucking done with him. Once I'm done with him, his pronouns will be nothing but they, them. Once I'm done, he'll be reading fucking marks out of a sippy cup. Okay, but seriously, as a leftist, fundamentally my ideology is one of compassion and vulnerability. In political science, it's stated that the dichotomy between left and right politics fundamentally boils down to this idea of hierarchy. Left-wing ideologies want to abolish hierarchy, while right-wing ideologies want to maintain hierarchy. Obviously, what is or is not the hierarchy will always come down to what flavor of politics you believe in. Red pill people are rarely going to change their beliefs through debate alone. These people only respond to dominance and violence and strength. There's nothing more based and a salient of an argument against a dominance ideology like the red pill than seeing someone who believes in the opposite ideology knocking out that person unconscious. As a leftist, if I lose the fight, that's no biggie. If being a leftist online is nothing but pain anyway, so I'm fucking used to the abuse. It's a learning experience for me to get better. As a rightoid, if you lose an MMA fight against a left-winger, the framework of your entire world crumbles. Fundamentally, from an ideological perspective, this is why I believe it will give me the mental edge in order to be victorious. If TLB is truly the self-proclaimed cold-blooded alpha male he is, he won't be scared to fight me, because in his own words, men need to fight hate, and men need to dominate. So TLB, this is your invitation to come and dominate me. See what happens. Hey, if TLB is down to set up this MMA fight, I'm happy to pay for his tickets and accommodation. I know people at my local fighting promotion that can set this up. It could be like a whole left wing blue pill versus red pill kind of meme. I feel like that would be fucking hilarious. I feel like everyone would want to see that. Like, who wouldn't want to fucking see that? We can live stream it. We can fucking do all the things. I kind of feel bad for TLB. On one hand, all of his degeneracy is his own fault. But on the other hand, it's quite clear he's having some sort of mental breakdown. And this red pill shit is a form of copium to deal with being dumped. To elaborate upon this, take this video respect and disrespect, for example. The gist of this video is TLB talking about how as an alpha male, it is your duty to walk away from the beta males who disrespect you. The video in itself isn't very important. It's your usual TLB red pill nonsense, But what I find really interesting is the comment section. There's a comment by a user by the name of I Am Coach, who I'm assuming is a former friend of TLB from real life. The comment says the following: brother, we never disrespected you, but you still walked away from the boys and switched up. No offense, but you're in the wrong mindset with all this. Hit this up when you aren't brainwashed by Andrew Tate. Always love you, mate. Look, I don't know the context of what happened here, but with that said, from what I can gather, it's quite sad that a friendship has ended over something as stupid as Tate's brain-dead red pill ideology. And do you want to know what the worst part of this is? This isn't the only comment like this. Originally, I wrote this paragraph cracking jokes about this, but like, man, that's just fucking sad. If I had people from my personal life in my comment section concerned about the things I was making, I would be mortified. I said this earlier in the video, but I'm gonna say it again to really hammer this point home. TLB is constantly going on about his physique and money, but by his own admission, he's built like a Filipino stick insect and is a Domino's pizza delivery driver. It really undercuts your point of being a self-proclaimed alpha male when you look like this.
Let's put it like this, my friend. I don't want to be like a degenerate. I don't want to hang myself around people who accept the fact that it is okay to get pegged by your girl. So I hope you're having fun in little imaginary women dominate men land, okay? This is the complete opposite of what I want to be in my life. So truly, I hope you're having fun with it.
Why is it that people who build their entire worldview on dominance and being an alpha are the biggest pussies in the world? Not to mention, this guy paid for Hustlers University. Imagine paying for Hustlers University. Just giving money to his pyramid scheme. Has he actually got a return on money on Hustlers University? Because I don't see it, man. I don't fucking see it. That's the whole point of Hustlers University, but he did fucking, oh my. How can you talk about love, protection, and self-improvement when your entire content is built on being a bitter cuck and shitting on your ex-girlfriend? That is fucking pathetic. The red pill is not an ideology of success. It is an ideology of failure. It is not a guide to be a winner. It's a guide to rationalize why you are still a fucking loser. The innocent arrogance of the red pill ideology is nothing more than a heavenly delusion.
Now nothing makes a single shred of sense as we look at the crumbled city down below. Nothing can be understood, and there's not a thing that we can trust for certain. Even so, we still want to see it all with our own eyes. If you won't reveal what you don't want to see, how can you expect to know what is important and what must you keep close to you and hold? Is it possible to stay innocent or secure with all this pain? It's time to go, let us go and move ahead now.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Okay, thank you very much. This is Pixel Fitness. That's my new name now because I'm all about pixel martial arts. Pixel. I don't know. I'm sure there's a pun there about pixel something to do with the red pill. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, welcome to the end of the video. Yeah, we got heated there. We got saucy. We got some spicy. I really like the way this one turned out. I think I really hammered in all the points I wanted to make. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. If you're a libtard lefty soy boy like me, feel free. And if you're not, if you are a red pill person, don't obviously try and take this personally. Obviously I'm very critical of you guys, but like I do want to make this space a space where red pill people and like other people who don't agree with me can come and enjoy my content. I like to make my content in a way that like even if you don't agree with me, you can leave the video with like a begrudging respect for who I am, like whether it be if you be like, hey, he's a fucking idiot, but like at least he has good editing and good music choices or whatever the fuck, sort of situation. But anyway, I don't know what to say, man. What do usually people say at the end of YouTube videos? This is like the worst part, man. I'm fucking. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I love you guys. I love you. I love black people. I love them. They're amazing. We're back, boys. Promise I won't spend 3 years making a fucking YouTube video again. I'll try and make one once a month. You guys can hold me accountable for that. Fucking abuse my fucking Twitter DMs. Okay. Like and subscribe. Fucking share the video with your friends. Whatever. Bye.